What's up, man? Marcel Black here. Been a while. Shouldn't have left you. You know what? I'm not gonna say that no more because everybody says that. That's like cliche to say it. Shout out to Rakim though, but like everybody says that. You know what I mean? Been a long while. Shouldn't have left you situation, but it has been. You know what I'm saying? Marcel Black. This is Black Dogs Radio and TV vlog or whatever. I am outside, shelter in place in the Rap Dad minivan. So somewhere deep in the heart of Mid City on this beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's been a while. Of course, one of the reasons why it's been a while is because of COVID. Got my sanitizer, got my spray out here, you know what I'm saying? Got my masks, my Clean Me 31. I'm gonna talk about that later. But you know what I'm saying? Look, this curve ain't never gonna go away and get flat if y'all keep going outside and acting like ain't nothing going on. People still going to the beach. People still doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Acting like ain't nothing going on, man. People not being sanitary. People not, you know what I'm saying, doing what they need to do to make sure they stay safe and the family safe. We losing lives, you know what I'm saying, non-stop, you know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure we handle that. You feel me? Like, we got to make sure that we taking care of ourselves, taking care of others, checking in on people. You know, for a lot of people who have, like, social anxiety and, you know what I'm saying, you know, I get it. But, you know what I'm saying, answer the phone, put somebody to call you, get on a little FaceTime. Human interaction is something that's, you know, heavenly right now. So you make sure that you're checking in on somebody, you know, even though you can't touch them or whatever. Also, if you did not know, 3 days after I recorded my last podcast on March 15th with Sister Road Dynamo, my father passed away. There wasn't a Rona. Not really sure what it was yet. We haven't got the determination from the medical examiner or whatever. But yeah, he passed away. If you know me, you know my father's my superhero, my biggest fan, my biggest inspiration as an artist, as a man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I ain't want to rap no more. It was a conversation that I had with a family member who kind of convinced me to kind of keep doing the music stuff because, you know, I have a platform or whatever. And I'll tell this story later, but, you know, I was really considering giving it all up, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't really know what was going on. After his passing, I was in Oklahoma for a month or what have you, so I was really silent in terms of like doing music stuff or whatever. But since I've been back in Baton Rouge, I've been back for about maybe 2 weeks or what have you. Kind of feeling like myself again, you know what I'm saying, getting some things, trying to make sure my mom is straight, make sure my children, my wife is straight. So, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man, like hip hop has been healing for me. Like every single day, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the kids, feeding the kids, things of that nature. I get on Xbox and I listen to Southern rap from the 90s and 2000s, you know what I'm saying, like the boom bap stuff to the, you know, Limited Cash Money stuff, and it's been real healing for me. You know, listening to hip hop and just kind of understanding how much like rap music can really like make me feel better, because that's what it's always been about for me. Like when I first started rapping, it never really was about trying to, like, I never wanted to be a rapper. I just wanted to be a part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be an MC. You know, I was too fat to break dance. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't draw. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do no type of graffiti. And in Southern Oklahoma, I didn't really have access to no turntables, no techniques. But I could write poems. You know what I'm saying? So rapping, I just want to be a part of the culture, and I love the culture so much. I've always been the type of person to, as opposed to complain about what's going on in the culture, let me do my part to change it or whatever. And, you know, so hip-hop has always been healing for me. It's always relaxed me. It's always gave me an outlet. And, you know, so just me listening to some of my favorite albums by myself, uninterrupted, you know what I'm saying, while I'm playing NBA 2K or Streets of Rage 4, which I'm doing now with my son. You know, it just kind of brought me back to myself, made me feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of taking me away. So, you know what? Let me go ahead and do the rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to it or whatever. I haven't done a podcast in a while, so let me go ahead and drop some on y'all real quick. Yeah. So today's podcast topic is no trophies. No trophies, no trophies, no trophies. Specifically, no participation trophies. So, I say this because, you know, I'm a touring artist. I'm all across the country. And I'm connected to a lot, you know, on top of me being a touring artist, I'm a facilitator. And I book, make sure you see my shirt straight. There you go. On top of being a facilitator, you know what I'm saying, locally, you know, I do a lot of shows while I work with a lot of young artists out of town as well. So my social media is filled with rappers of all ages, you know what I'm saying, from everywhere, from all across the country. You know what I'm saying? From the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, the Midwest, Northeast, Southwest, whatever. Filled with rappers from everywhere. And so, you know, if you know me, you know I post a lot on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You know, my main place is Facebook. But, you know, I'm on Twitter. I lurk on Twitter every day, but I've never figured Twitter out. But I look on Twitter and I see a lot of stuff from young artists that's kind of like almost aggravating to a certain point. And Facebook as well. But I've seen a culture of young artists who are super duper entitled. And it's been like this for a long time. It's nothing new. But like there's a culture of young artists who are super duper entitled because, you know, everything is based on instant gratification. Like rappers, who I always say this, rappers who have not said their raps out loud since they recorded them. You know what I'm saying? Feel like they have, you know, clout because of whatever they do online, should get paid X amount of dollars to do a show. You know, to go back, like I always say, I remember like the rappers when I was in high school was the people who, like, you had people who freestyled at the back of the bus, people who freestyled at lunchtime at the tables or outside in the courtyard. But the rappers were the people who actually went to the studio. The rappers were the people who were doing talent shows and really putting time into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I remember like when we recorded our demo, me and Nicosi, back in like 2000, 2001. Like it took us a whole summer to record 3 or 4 songs with my dad's analog 8-track, you know what I'm saying, recorder in my basement. You know what I'm saying? And it took us, I want to say it might have been 4 songs or 3 songs, 4 songs. And it took us like, you know, all summer to do it. And we never got it mixed and mastered right because we didn't know what we was doing. But like it would take us the length of the tape to put it on the CD. You know what I'm saying? So it was 14 minutes, it took us 14 minutes to put on the CD. You know, back then, just for 4 songs, it was 14 minutes to like burn the CD just for 4 songs. So however long your CD was, you know what I'm saying, that's how long it took to burn on the burner we had or whatever, or rankly burner. So imagine trying to burn 25 CDs in 14 minutes a piece, how long it took. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no black radio station in my hometown. And this wasn't no internet. Like you couldn't send the song via MP3 back then in 2000, 2001 or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why we didn't put our stuff in the mail, but we would drive either 100 miles to Oklahoma City, drive 100 miles to Dallas, you know what I'm saying, to like try to get our music heard, you know what I'm saying, and taking it to radio stations that never got played. But like I was blessed to kind of have that experience of like kind of to get it out the mud mentality once the internet came along, and I was young enough to be able to understand how to maneuver the internet and social media and, you know, digital platforms, as well as know that out the ground hustle. And if nothing else, if I never have the internet again, I'm gonna be able to find a way to hustle because I know how to get it out the mud. And so I understand that there's a whole generation of young artists who have never bought a CD before. You know what I'm saying? Who've probably never paid full price for even a digital album because they've streamed everything. You know what I'm saying? So like I get it. So what I see a lot is like, you know, young artists or older artists too. Older artists feel like because they've been doing it for so long, people should just bow down what they're doing, and which is whack as well. But I see young artists and I see artists in general, they put something out and they expect a participation trophy just because they put something out. You know what I'm saying? They haven't earned any real credibility from rapping. Like, you haven't been to the ciphers, you haven't been to the open mics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't passed anything out, you haven't met anybody, you haven't done any type of networking. But because you might have a social media presence where you have the same 10 to 15 people who big you up, who kind of gas you up every single time, you know, you feel like you can skip steps. And look, you feel how you want to feel, but I can tell you, the person who works hard for everything they has always has something to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the online presence is cap. Like it's cap. Like, you know, people talk about, you know what I'm saying, what they got going on, and you know, a lot of time it don't even be about the music. Like, you know, it's not even promotion of the music. It's not even about the art. It's about, you know, trying to go viral or, you know, trolling and doing shock stuff to kind of get attention. And it's just like, man, how does that translate for me buying your music? How does it translate for me coming to your shows? How does it translate for me, you know what I'm saying, buying concert ticket and merchandise or whatever? Like how does I don't understand how it translates or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of that stuff be capped, man. People who don't want to do nothing. You know, they have a couple people who told them that they was dope, and they feel like they're too big to go out and promote themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think there's this what we call him, Johnny Dreamcatcher. It was an inside joke to me and the OG Kamikaze had where, you know, people think there's this phantom CEO for Rock Nation who's just looking for some random, you know what I'm saying, Twitter rapper, and he's looking to see who's talking about him, and they sign him to a deal so they can go on tour with J. Cole. Like, it don't work like that, man. Like, you got to go put some work in. Like, I don't understand how people can be all about Jordan or LeBron and Kobe and, like, not in no way try to mimic at least a quarter of the work ethic that they put in. Like, they said that during this quarantine, LeBron has been in the gym like a madman. You know what I'm saying? Kobe used to work Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? Rappers need to develop a Mamba mentality because the success that you have on the court all goes back to what you do, you know what I'm saying, in the gym, in the weight room. Like I always say, you know, what determines a successful career is what you do without the microphone. So yeah, it's fun to rap, it's fun to perform, but the research you do, the actual, you know, promotion that you do, the conversations that you have, you know, with who you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on who you're talking to, what you talk about, the substance of the conversation. That is super duper important. So just rambling on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and whatever. Look, I'm not no TikToker dude. I'm not, you know, I got a Triller or whatever. I think that's cool, but whatever. But for me, at the end of the day, you know, I'm 36 years, I'll be 37 years. So I'm not going to understand what the young guys go through. But I will tell you, as a person who has been able to create something for myself, you know, create my own lane with no team, with no help, no assistance. I did have had some small sponsorship things of that nature. I can tell you, man, like, once this COVID gets back up, I can pretty much do anything I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Touring, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can really, and I've done a lot of things that a lot of rappers where I'm from, both Oklahoma and here, you know what I'm saying, and Baton Rouge, like, have not done before. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other conversation. But at the end of the day, man, you know, it's like, you got to put some work in. You got to shoot them dials of jumpers before and after practice. You know what I'm saying? For me, and I as you see, I done gained some weight. Because, you know, I've been quarantined, can't go to the gym, and I've been stress eating because I'm mourning the death of my father. But please believe, 2 months out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not booking no shows until I know for 2 months that I've been in the gym. Like, I have a high standard for me as a performer, and I refuse to go back to being overweight, trying to just, I can't move around because I can't breathe on stage. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get back in the gym. I need to put my time in. I need to eat better. You know what I'm saying? I know there's things that, you know, there's always gaps in my game that I'm looking to fill. But at the end of the day, man, you got to be realistic about what you're trying to accomplish. And it's just like, you know, like if you watch the Last Dance, whatever, they was talking about when Mike, you know, when he couldn't beat the Pistons, right? In the off season, he had to get in the gym and put weight in. Get in the weight room, put some weight on. He had to get it in. You know what I'm saying? And I think like that's the mentality that we have to get to. If something that we can't pass or what have you, you got to make sure that you put the work in to get what you're trying to get. That's the most important thing, man. You got to put the work in. Like, you just can't wait on some phantom opportunity to come save you in your career. You got to really get up and go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy when you see people who get a couple of good looks and it's all luck and it's really about nothing that they did for themselves or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something might have fell into their lap. You feel me? And they think that that's all they got to do. Like, so many people waste more time waiting for the big lick to happen that never comes, as opposed to really getting out there and creating something that's sustainable. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, and it shows, because you ain't got nothing to show for what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, man. I've been on social media for a long time. I post a lot. I ain't never got a dime for anything I posted about how I rap. You know what I'm saying? So, people can talk about you, but if they're not spending with you, that's not really moving your career, man. Especially if it's within a vacuum. You got to go out there and work and create something for yourself. So, you know, people don't have, you know, press kits and resumes because they haven't done anything, they haven't accomplished anything. And so all that other stuff is for cap because you ain't got nothing to show for it. I say this to artists all the time. And this is when artists kind of tune me out when I'm talking. It's all about a fan base, man. A fan base. And the fan base ain't the amount of niggas who like your stuff, who retweet your stuff. Fan base is the amount of niggas who shop with you. Fan base is the amount of niggas who really break bread with you. The fan base is the people who actually, tangibly stream your music, tell people about it. They buy your t-shirts, they buy your concerts, tickets, they get your digital downloads or whatever. Like for instance, yesterday on May 1st, Bandcamp waived all their fees. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, they did this in April, but it was 2 days after my father passed away, so I really wasn't in the mood to kind of engage it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I didn't even know I was on rap or not. But, man, I decided to do it yesterday, and I did well. Selling t-shirts, selling CDs, the Marcel P. Black and Friends compilation, selling the Real Season Rap Over Vocals face mask, selling flash drives. I did very well. Like, for me to release merch in like a compilation CD of old music, I did just as well as a release day when I'm dropping a new album or something like that. Because I have fans. And that's the most important thing to me. Like, if people don't like Marcel's music anymore to support and kind of come out to the show and like break bread, that's when I'm done. I don't really care about no other rappers. I don't really care about whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you're not an inspiration as a rapper, then it's cap. I don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I love hip hop. But as long as I have people who love hip hop, like I love hip hop or whatever, and they want to support what I do as a performer, as an audience member, as a whatever, then I'm gonna keep doing it. It's all based on your fans, man. And like I said, it says all comments you say, go rap where your fans are. I did a podcast about this earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? If your fans ain't in Baton Rouge where you live, go find them in Jackson, go find them in Lafayette, go find them in New Orleans, go find them in Mobile. You know what I'm saying? If they in the Midwest, go to Chicago, Detroit, Indiana, Wisconsin, go to New England, go to the West Coast, go to Atlanta, go wherever. Go rap where your fans are. And, you know what I'm saying? Your fans are the most important thing. A lot of times, a lot of us artists, we move off of ego and we insecurities, right? And a lot of times we forget what we put out there. I'm definitely guilty of this. We forget what we put out there as it pertains to, like, you know what I'm saying, the way people, like, receive us. The last thing you want to do is fuck over your fans. Do not trick over your fans. Make sure your fans always have good content. I think a lot of young artists are too busy trying to make hits and make music that people want to hear, that they like and enjoy. Like, if that turns to a hit, Lord, let that be the best blessing for you. But if you're making some music that people really, really enjoy and they really, really vibe with hard body, that's the way to go, in my personal opinion, man. So, like, it's all about your fans, you know what I'm saying? None of us are, well, of course some of us are, but, like, if you're an independent underground artist, regardless of the type of genre, like, you're not making music for a company. You're the company. Make music for the people. And I'm not just saying you got to be a conscious rapper like me. If you're going to make underground rap, if you're going to do rap like Silas, do rap like Jay Discreet, rap like Alfred Banks or whatever type of rap you do, man, make sure that you're getting your music to a fan base. You create a fan base. You can go back to my old podcast where I talk about building the fan base. I might have to break it down another time, but, it is what it is, man. Build a fan base and they'll come. Build a fan base and they'll come and they'll carry you. That's the reason why you have all these rappers who never was commercial. They was always career underground rappers who were able to, tour the world in their 40s and 50s. Because they can find those pockets of 50 to 100 people in the East City that'll pay $15 to come out and rock with them. That's the lane I've always wanted to be in, and I'm working on getting there. You know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of gaps in my game. I understand that. But you gotta feed the fan base. And once you feed that fan base, man, they're gonna love you forever. Give them good content. Just be a good person. Don't be a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta earn that trust. You gotta earn that trust, man. You gotta make sure that you're doing what you're doing to, you know what I'm saying, have the fandom and support for as long as you are creating art and even after. But I'm gonna stop there. Man. I'm trying not to be too long with it or whatever. A little short podcast, vlog, whether to kind of get us back to, normalcy out here. Like I said, if you go to my Bandcamp, I got like a lot of new items. I re-upped on these Real MCs on Rap Over Vocals. T-shirt is the OG color. came up almost a year ago. I've sold almost 250 of these shirts, and I'm going back to the OG colorway. I only got 10 left, so you know what I'm saying. You can go get that. I don't have this. My physical CD has not come in, but I could definitely drop ship them or whatever. I have the Marcel P. Black and Friends compilation, my first ever compilation CD. 12 songs, features from Sky Zoo, Substantial, Mega Ran, Big Sant, Superstition, Truth Universal, Kamikaze, KP Soul, Alfred Banks, Fifth Child, Novelist. Did I say Mega Ran already? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But several artists on their production from Fifth Child, Backpack Beats, Jay Philly joined the track. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, it's just, you know, just a way for me to kind of compile some of my best art, my best music or whatever. It's $10 for the CD, $7 for the digital download. I also have, I couldn't find it when I came outside, the Real MCs Don't Rap Over Vocals, you know what I'm saying, face mask. You know, my wife is making face masks. Shout out to Queen Me 31. Or what, I won't talk about that in just a second or whatever. But I got my own personalized face mask or whatever. So if you want to get you, a Real MCs Don't Rap Over Vocals face mask at $15, just go to the Bandcamp, order one, and we'll get you straight. Also, I have the Black Experience. I re-upped on Black Experience flash drives. Have all my albums, 5 or 6 music videos. I can't remember how many exactly. 5 or 6 singles, all for $25. I ship them ASAP or whatever. And also, if you've been on my Facebook, my Instagram, or whatever, even my Twitter, you know, my wife has been making masks because she's been like a mad woman. And you know, she's done very, very well over the last 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? She does personalized masks. But they $10 or whatever. But if you want the custom ones, they're going to be $15 or what have you. Hey, man, shop with us. You can go to marcelpblack.bandcamp.com. Hit the merch tab. You can get everything I just mentioned or what have you. If you're interested in getting you a mask for my wife, Queen Me 31. It's Queen Me 31 on Facebook, Jessica Williams, what have you. Y'all shop with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do that. As always, Marcel P. Black on all social media, marcelpblack.com, specifically Marcel P. Black Facebook, at Marcel P. Black Instagram and Twitter, marcelpblack.bandcamp.com. As I said before, my new album, In Search of the Black Messiah, as well as the rest of my, you know what I'm saying, discography is all on my Bandcamp. But for the people who want to go to the mainstream DSPs, you know what I'm saying, In Search of the Black Messiah on Tidal, on Apple Music, on Google Play, on all the other good type of stuff or whatever. For people watching and people listening, you know what I'm saying, youtube.com/ Maroon Music 1, Black Dogs Radio, mixcloud.com Black Dogs Radio. Y'all tune in, y'all listen, y'all vibe, y'all shop. I'm gonna try to do these more regular since I got time and I'm feeling a little better, whatever. I want to start doing some interviews with people, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of do some dope stuff, kind of diversifying the content as opposed to like, you know, me just rambling and talking shit or whatever. If there's any questions that you have, anything you want me to touch on, feel free to hit me up. Hopefully I can do one of these once a week. Shout out to Free Breakfast Apparel. You know what I'm saying? This is their brand. Boom, 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 boom. You can't see this, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? They sent me this hat. I got some new gear for them too, a couple hoodies or whatever. I got a lot of gear for them because they make sizes. It's a black, they make big sizes, you know what I'm saying? It's a black-owned brand based out of Chicago. So big shout out to Free Breakfast Apparel, whatever. That's my time. I love my hobby. Freedom.